Hello friends, welcome back to Marine Bullet Journal. It's me, Sean, and we're back for my third video today. Today I'm going to be filming the April bullet journal setup. This month I am so excited. I think this is probably my most advanced as well as my favorite bullet journal spread of this year that I've literally ever made, because this is only my fourth time bullet journaling. So yeah, if you're new here, make sure to give this video a like. Go check out my past videos. They will be linked in a playlist above as well as down below. Make sure to also subscribe to my channel. It would mean so much to me. And make sure to turn on notifications. That way when I upload, you guys will get a new notification. So yeah, this is the month of April, and I'm very excited to show you guys this title cover. I'm also very excited to use this bullet journal setup because it's just immaculate, okay? So this month, as you may have already guessed, I am doing a floral theme. And it's not going to be totally floral, which is kind of like the unique thing about it. I'm going to mix in like flowers as well as like plants and leaves. And it's just a fun time, okay? So I really like how it worked out this month. This month was a bit on the doodle heavy side, which is not saying much. But I just drew it's like a sideways square kind of shape. And around that, I drew a bunch of little flowers and leaves like poking out from around the cube shape, I guess. And I don't know what about it is. It just looks so aesthetic, and I really like how it turned out. I am doing a pencil sketch first because I'm not about to go in and draw like 50 flowers and leaves, and if I mess it up, then like how am I gonna fix it, you know? So yeah, just simple pencil sketches first, which I don't really think I do because I just don't like erasing like pencil marks, and I have like a bad habit of drawing way too heavily, and I honestly think I may have overdrawn this time as well. Like I pressed too hard on my pen and my pencil, which makes it really annoying and really difficult to erase. But yeah, it just turned out really well, and I'm just outlining the little square shape with a black Sharpie gel pen. Something I've learned over the past year that I've had them is these pens are really good for writing, but they smudge so badly. Like you cannot even like write, you cannot even like drag your hands across it without it like smearing if it's like not dry. And also when I color over it, it's just not a good time. That's why I'm coloring in the pencil sketches first, and then I'm gonna outline them later. So yeah, I'm just coloring in like leaves first with different colors of Crayola Super Tips. I utilized the Crayola Super Tip green colors quite a bit this month. Yeah, like dark green and like a lighter yellow green kind of color. So yeah, I'm just outlining different shapes of leaves, like some pointy ones, some more like rounded ones. And I had a very hard time outlining the stem because I didn't really want to draw the stems like too thick. So it was really hard to outline because, as I have mentioned, I am not a talented or like great artist. So I'm just trying my best, and I honestly exceeded my expectations. This is pretty much exactly what I envisioned in my mind when I was planning this, and it's just amazing. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. I'm using my brush pens as well as my Crayola Super Tips. I'm just using a ton of different colors. This is going to be a huge burst of color compared to my other spreads, because I remember in January, I actually did not make a January video because I wasn't doing YouTube back then. But my January was a lot of like red, a lot of like blue colors. It was very monotone, but it was kind of more of like a red theme, I guess. But during that time, I didn't really have much of a theme. February was a Valentine's Day theme monthly setup. Go check that out. I'll link it in the iCard above. So I did a very Valentine's Day theme. There was a ton of red, like so much red because, you know, like hearts and stuff like that. So that was also a very red, pink theme. And then in March, if you guys did not check out my video from last month, please make sure to go check that out as well. It was like, I didn't even have like a theme. It was just the color yellow. Like everything in the spread had to be yellow. And while that was really great, I felt it was really vague for me, and it was not the most ideal theme, and I kind of found myself losing a bit of motivation the more I went on. So starting in the 4th week of March, I started doing more intricate and more fun weekly spreads, and that really helped my motivation go up. So I'm really excited to do that for April as well. This whole title cover is just so fun for me to look at. It's so aesthetically pleasing to me. Like for April, there was one thing that I wish I could have, there was actually 2 things I wish I could have changed, but the more I look at them, the better they get. So it's not a big deal at this point, and I will get to that in a little bit once they come up. But yeah, I just love how the spread turned out. I feel like it was so, for one, I kind of feel like it was really time consuming because you guys know me, I'm a student. I don't have hours and hours to sit down and dedicate to, drawing these beautiful, elaborate title covers. But it's like, it's not even that I don't have the time, because I could totally make time. Not that I'm willing to, but it's just I don't even have like the skills. So my main goal is to find ways to incorporate bullet journaling into my life without having to use, all these crazy drawings that take up like hours of my time, like watercolor. I just want to keep it simplistic and realistic. And I know that I'm considered, compared to some people, that I'm literally blessed with the ability to even draw like a flower. But yeah, compared to many people, even like my friends, I'm very below average in drawing. But bullet journaling has really helped to boost my confidence about it. Now I just wrote in a simple April with a black brush pen. I wish I made the April bigger. I underestimated how big I needed to make it, and it ended up turning kind of annoying. I really wish there was more to fill up the right side of the square, but you know what, it looks okay. And on the left side, I drew a quote page which says "Let yourself bloom," because it's related to flowers and all, super cute. I drew the top lettering in a dark green color, and I drew the bloom color in a red color. And I honestly feel this whole color theme with the dark green and the red just like clashes immensely, and it annoys me a lot at first, but the more I look at it, the more I like it, so I think it's okay. Then I drew a little branch with some little flowers, and I'm actually using some Planning with K stickers. I'm actually using the hummingbird set, super pretty, super floral, and honestly it inspired this whole spread. So like, kudos to her. I'll link her channel and shop down below. Her stickers are such high quality. I love them. And yeah, I'm just drawing some little doodles, little drawings, and sticking on more stickers. I'm actually also using her cherry blossom sticker set because those also had really pretty flowers. And when you compare the pink flowers of the hummingbird set to the pink flowers of the cherry blossom set, I think they just go so well together. It's just immaculate, and I really like it. So yeah. Now moving into the simple calendar page. I'm just doing a very similar setup as I did last month. I'm actually taking one of her header stickers from the hummingbird set and writing April with a calligraphy pen. It's so simplistic, but it looks so aesthetic. Like, it's just great. And then from here, I'm actually just gonna draw the calendar, very similar setup as the last month. So yeah, I'm just gonna write in the dates: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, in a row. Same spacing and everything, honestly. I'm gonna write it in my black Sharpie gel pen. Let me know if you guys start your weeks on Sunday or Monday, because I've always known to start them on Sunday, but a lot of people in the bullet journaling community start on Mondays, which is really strange to me, but I'm gonna try that next month in May, so look out for that. But yeah, I'm starting on Sundays, so I'm really sorry if you don't like that, but you know, it's my bullet journal and that's the way I've known it all my life. So yeah, now I'm taking it's like a tealish color of my dual tip brush pen. I'll link them down below on Amazon. And yeah, I think the color of this fine tip is just really pretty. It's like one of my favorite colors of the brush pens I have. And I think it just goes in really well with the whole hummingbird sticker set theme. It's just like a light teal turquoise color. I'm just writing in all of the dates. And then something I didn't do last month is I didn't separate them with like lines. So I'm taking a darker teal Crayola super tip, and with my ruler I'm just gonna draw some lines in between each of the dates. And once again, it's just really simple, but I think it turned out really nice. And yeah, that is it for the simplistic calendar. And now below, I'm just writing a important section with my light teal zebra mild liner. Some of my favorite markers. This is like one of my favorite colors. And then I'm underlining it with a wavy pattern with my light like sky blue mild liner. I'm gonna put some hummingbirds facing each other on each bottom corner of the page. April is a very uneventful month for me, I think. Like, I don't really have like any friends or family who have like birthdays in April. There's like no holidays, no important days for me really. So I'm kind of made it a little bit big, but you know what, it's okay. If there's any important test dates, then I know where to put them. So yeah, now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna draw my habit tracker. And you guys, I am just I'm speechless with how well this habit tracker turned out. Well, in my opinion, it turned out really good. But going with the kind of botanical floral theme, I am gonna draw some hanging plants from the top. I've seen a lot of people do hanging plants, so it's definitely not only my idea, but I'm just gonna do it because, you know, when else am I gonna do it? I'm not really planning to do any full-on leaf or plant themes anymore. I just decided to blend it in with the floral themes. As I said, I'm not a good artist, so some of the plants look very wonky in a way. Yeah, in fact, like, I'm pretty sure like almost all of them except for one I was like not satisfied with. But you know what? It's okay. From a first glance, they look amazing. Well, in my opinion, they do. So yeah, I am just drawing 9 hanging plants from the top. So the first 2 on the left are gonna be in brown pots, different shapes, and I'm just gonna draw like the little strings hanging them up. Yeah, something I've noticed with my habit tracking is it's really nice for me. I really like how it works. I've never really had something to check off my habits before. I just think of random days to do them, and then if I do them, I do them. If I don't, then I'll have to push it on to another day. But yeah, this just really helps me to keep myself a little bit more organized. I decided to draw color in some of the pots as black. I've never really seen many black, like flower pots. They're usually like brown. But you know what? I had a good idea behind this. So I decided to just draw some little plants in them, and then on the black pots, I wrote in with a white gel pen, habits. So HABITS, and it just looks so great. This is just like a genius idea, sorry, but like, yeah. And then for the little headers of each calendar, I am drawing a little leaf, and I'm doing like a certain pattern. I don't know how to describe it, but I'm sure you guys can see it for yourselves. And then under each leaf, I'm corresponding it with a certain color. And yeah, I decided to just write in 9 calendars, and it's safe to say that my hand pretty much died, so rest in peace. But you know what, I think it turned out pretty nice, and I did actually get some really nice calendar stamps. I ordered them off Etsy, so they're gonna come pretty soon in the mail, and I am literally pumped for that because why not? Also, I ordered some more flower stickers off of Amazon, as well as a sticker book of like literally like 1,000+ stickers. So I'm really excited for those to come. I'm gonna do a small Amazon haul as well as an AliExpress haul. So yeah, this is it for my habit tracker for the month of April. I am in love with it. It's like my favorite habit tracker I've ever done, and I'm so excited to use it and look at this every single day. Now, after my habit tracker, I am moving into my day rating. This one was a little bit smaller than usual because I decided to, I only was able to draw like 3 things instead of like multiple things for every week. But I still think it turned out pretty nice, and I drew 3 things that, you know, corresponded in a way with the theme. So yeah, I am pretty excited for that actually. But yeah, I'm gonna have to fill in the empty space somehow. But yeah, first I just wrote in day rating with a dark green brush pen, and then after that I am starting to draw a butterfly with a black marker. Well, I'm gonna trace it out first because, you know, I cannot afford to make mistakes on this and then just like have to like tear out the page and then redraw the habit tracker too. That's just too much trauma for me. So you know what, I'm just gonna outline the butterfly first. I draw like first grader butterflies, not gonna lie. Low-key flex there, but yeah, I'm just drawing a butterfly, and every single day I'm going to shade in the color of the wings, like a section of the wings. So I actually cut this butterfly's wings into 14 different sections. So yeah, that explains why I'm drawing so few things on the spread, because it literally took up like 2 weeks worth of days. So yeah, so after this I finished the butterfly. I love butterflies, and I didn't want to draw a hummingbird, first of all because hummingbirds intimidate me with how complex they are to draw, but I do love hummingbirds. They're like some of my favorite animals since I was like young and still now. So yeah, I'm just intimidated to draw them, and also I feel like the color scheme I'm using would not look good on a hummingbird, because let's be real, have you ever seen a totally all green hummingbird, like even down to the beak? Yeah, I didn't think so. So yeah, that's why I'm doing a butterfly instead. But then again, there aren't that many like totally green butterflies either. But you know what, it's okay. Now I'm just drawing a very simple flower. I actually did this format in March as well. It's like a simple, kind of simple 7-petal flower, and it looks really pretty. And finally, I'm going to draw a leaf. And I think this actually might be literally the best leaf I've ever drawn in my life, which sounds like a huge over exaggeration, but I'm not even kidding. It looks so legit and leaf-like. I'm shocked. So yeah, I split up this into 9 spaces. The leaf body like kind of will have 8 spaces, and then the stem will be 1 space for itself. So yeah, just outlining the little veins with a black marker with my black brush pen. And now I'm going to, of course, be making a color key. So yeah, it's just very self-explanatory. Once again, I'm going to do it out of 5. I surprisingly have a ton of different shades of green, but I'm just doing 5 because I do not have 10 shades of green. And also that's just unnecessary at this point. Now I'm going to go on to the brain dump, which is arguably one of my favorite spreads and probably my favorite brain dump that I've ever done. This is just going to be like super motivating for me to use it. I have not used my brain dump much in March, but I'm planning to use it because it's not the end of March yet. But yeah, this is the brain dump. I'm just using a magenta colored mild liner. And then I used a cherry blossom sticker on top in the top right corner. And what I'm going to be doing here is actually on the bottom 2 corners, I'm going to be drawing some really aesthetic floral drinks. I was actually planning to make floral drinks like a theme for one of my bullet journal spreads, but like a separate theme. But I was like, you know what, because this month is totally floral and botanical, why not include floral drinks too? And also I was running out of flower ideas, so that's also a factor. So yeah, here I'm drawing a pink tall glass drink with some pretty flowers in it, with a pink flower with a stem. Yeah, I tried to draw ice cubes and I don't really think that worked. But you know what? It looks fine to me. I think it looks really, really pretty. Yeah, I was also really afraid that it would leak through because I know my markers tend to do that like so much. But luckily, because the bullet journal pages are like kind of thick, they don't really bleed through as much even when I'm coloring over like several layers of marker, which is really, really nice, of course. And then from here, I'm actually going to be drawing a shorter drink. This is going to be more of like a lavender colored drink or like a purple drink. I don't know, like a violet flavored drink. I don't even know what that would taste like. Have you guys ever tried like a floral drink? I never, and I don't know if I will. So yeah, let me know what kind of floral drinks you guys have tasted and if they were good or not. So yeah, this is gonna be like a floral drink, and I colored it in with a purple, like a light purple super Crayola super tip. I drew some little purple flowers in there, as well as like some little petals and little leaves. And then on the rim, I just colored it in. I kind of like drew the rim, outlined it with a Sharpie gel pen, and then on the rim I drew a violet garnish, I guess, and with my white gel pen I kind of drew some little lines in it. And then I drew one of those thin black cocktail straws or something. I don't actually know what these look like because I've never had an alcoholic beverage, and yeah, but anyways, I did not draw ice cubes in this one for some reason. I guess I just didn't really want to like crowd up the small glass too much. But yeah, I loved how both of these turned out. These were like my first ever like floral drinks. So let me know how they turned out. I'm really, really proud of them, and let me know which one you like better. I can't even choose because of how much I like them. So finally, to add some little touches, I drew a little vine bordering the right side and the bottom of the page. Just wanted to fill in some empty space, and I think it just tied the whole thing together in a way. And yeah, that's what I did for my brain dump. Moving into the highlights page, I cut out a bunch of construction papers. So yeah, I'm writing the words highlights at the top with a green mod liner. Yeah, I wrote it in all caps and kind of like spaced out the letters. And then at the end, I just drew a small little leaf. So yeah, I cut out a bunch of different shapes. I cut out like mainly flowers, and I also cut out like a bunch of leaves. I even cut out like a bit of like a lavender shape. I cut out a little like tulip / rose. It's a very simplistic looking, you know, highlight spread. In my opinion, like the shapes are a little bit more simplistic in a way, but also it's probably definitely the most complicated highlight spread I've done, except maybe like the Valentine's Day one. But this one is pretty self-explanatory, just taping on each little section, and then that's kind of it for my highlight spread. This one was annoying. This one was just a huge pain to cut out of paper, but I think it turned out really, really nice, kind of like rustic in a way. And I think it just looks really nice. I was initially really concerned because I felt like these flower like things were really, really like skinny in a way, and very small, a little bit too small to be productive highlight like things where I can write on them, because my handwriting is not like that small, especially with a gel pen. So yeah, but I think it turned out pretty okay. I can just use a really, really thin pen. I think I can make it work. I really love how there's so many different contrasting colors. The only other spread that is contrasting in colors is probably my January spread. That one is just amazing. But the Valentine's Day one was like a very red and pink theme, very cohesive. Yellow theme for March was even more cohesive. So this was just a very nice breakthrough. There was like pinks, different shades of pinks. I think I used 3 shades of pink. I used some red, I used 2 shades of green, I used some light purple, I used 1 yellow. So yeah, it just turned out really, really nice in my opinion, and I'm really excited to use this. I noticed that in March, I did not have very many like highlights that were notable enough to write down, but I think in April, I'll try and appreciate more of the regular things, like being productive, or having a fun conversation with my friends, or like literally like the small things in life, because you know, I'm not going out to my friends' parties, I'm not going to the mall with my friends on the weekends. But I think small things will really make a difference and really make my life happier, you know? So yeah, now we are moving into the assignments page. And this was something I actually used a lot in March, but like midway I kind of gave up because I just didn't have the time to write down all my assignments, because this was a time I was kind of behind in my AP Human Geography class. There was just so many notes and so much other homework I had to study for. Like I had to study for like math tests and Spanish tests, and I had to do this, that. So I was really falling behind on my AP Human Geography class. Luckily, my teacher is very like lax on the grading and doesn't even grade our homework. Who knows if he even looks at it, but yeah, so I'm caught up. You know, I've actually finished catching up today, but this assignments page is going to be really useful for me. I used another one of those header stickers from Planning with K, the hummingbird one, and yes, I know I wrote assignments incorrectly and I am kicking myself over that, but I get the point. Every single time I see this page, I think, why did I write assignments? Why? Like but you know what, it's okay, we all make mistakes, and I was just too caught up in the lettering. My calligraphy is getting better in my opinion. I mean, it's still really bad, but it's getting somewhere. I can see the dynamic differences in a way. So yeah, very simple but really nice. Finally, we are moving into the first weekly spread. Okay, now looking at this, I realize I also wrote March like 3 instead of where's my mind at? I blur all the spring months together, so I blur like March, April, May into one, because for me spring is a very, very uneventful season. Like only one of my friends has a birthday during like spring, and it already passed, so it's like it's just so uneventful, and it's just like I just got confused. I am gonna go fix that later, don't you worry. I cannot live with it. I can't. So yeah, for now I am just gonna leave that. I just wrote March 1st to March 3rd on the top with a green mild liner, and I'm just doing like literally my favorite minimalist weekly spread, so just the rounded rectangles. And I'm actually going to use my Planning with K weekly day labeler stickers. So I'm using Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then I'm going to write in the date right next to it. Instead of writing Monday, or instead of writing like Thursday, March 1st, April, I'm just going to put the little T sticker, and that should be sufficient. So I'm really excited to use these stickers. I'm not going to use them for every single weekly spread because I'm going to run out of stickers, but yeah, that's the deal with this right now, and I think it just looks really amazing. I am disappointed with how I wrote March and not April. It's okay, everyone makes mistakes, and I just happen to make more mistakes this time because I make my spreads like a month in advance. So yeah, I'm aware that I wrote March and not April. I didn't realize this until like literally now. How did I not notice this? How did I not catch this? So many mistakes within like the past 2 pages. So yeah, here I'm continuing on from April 4th to April 10th, but I'm just doing the first 4 boxes because that will make a complete 7 days. So yeah, I actually did not plan to do this, but I just kind of kept going unintentionally, so it'll give you guys more content to watch. But yeah, I'm doing the same exact rounded rectangle kind of theme, which works, but as I'm experimenting more with more experimental, more aesthetic looking Instagram worthy weekly spreads, I am thinking about like, you know, putting more effort instead of just doing random rectangles. I'm thinking about putting more effort. So yeah, really excited for some new changes. And yeah, that kind of concludes my weekly spreads, honestly. So that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching as always. Make sure to give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications. So that way whenever I upload, you guys will get notified and you guys can just, you know, immediately watch the video. I am working on another video that is not monthly bullet journal themed. So yeah, get excited for that. I'm really hoping to get my editing game up and not cram my editing, you know, So yeah, super excited for some new changes in my schedule and stuff like that. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I certainly enjoyed making the spread. I'm so excited and so motivated to be using it throughout the month of April, not March. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.